Welcome to another episode of VO Life with me, Toby Ricketts. You can't see me because I'm facing the camera the other way today. I've just spent all night tearing down and resetting up my studio, which I kind of love doing because I'm a bit of a geek. And I want to share with you the new setup and also my new computer. I had to get another one because my old one started getting dodgy on the USB ports, and when it's not reliable, you can't bank on it. This is the new Asus ZenBook ProDuo, and I'm not paid to say this, by the way. Asus don't pay me anything. I just love their computers because they are so good. And look at this amazing beast. That's not a reflection. That's a whole nother screen. 2 screens in one. And then I've got my giant big editing monitor above that. So this is the new setup. There's a lot of desktop, and I'll show you what each of the components, if you like, does. If that makes any sense. So obviously we want our audio editor, give that maximum space up the top there, and the 4K resolution on this is just exquisite. Like, you can go right down to the tiniest little details and see all the kind of noise and all the stuff that's going on in the on the sound files. And the cool thing is that you can undock, like let me see if you get these level meters. You can undock these panels and you can drag them to other monitors. So you could effectively put the level meters down on this screen. So you just have level monitors down there, or you could take the effects rack, or you could take any number of different parts of the of this door, and you could chuck it. I'm just going to put that back down there, and you could chuck it in different areas of the screen, which I think is really good for your sort of productivity. The effects rack obviously here is where you can stack all your compressors, all the EQs, the things you do quite regularly. When it gets into multi-track, like when you've got a mixer, I haven't got a session going, so that's why it's not showing. But when you actually need to see what audio is going on, and you also want to have like your faders and stuff, you can put the faders down here, and you can put your mixer here, and then have your audio waveforms up there. So great productivity leaps. But in terms of voiceover, just switch to this mode. It's cool because you can have things like scripts down here on the other screen. And then I always like to work with a bit of music down the bottom, so you can have your Spotify down here and choose the music as you're going. Or you can make this half Spotify and half something else. So maybe have Source Connect. There's a window here, so you can check your connection status, check that you're still connected, for example. So that's on the computer side, what's going on. I'm very excited about testing out this new workflow. I have a Intuos... a Wacom Intuos pad here for editing, so you can see you can make go up to that screen, you can make very fine adjustments and stuff, and it really helps with kind of like hand health, I guess, because I was getting a painful hand from editing. Over here we've got the Audiofuse, Arturia Audiofuse, which is my interface, which has 2 inputs but tons of I/O on the back here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like tons of different plugs. Everything goes in, everything goes out. You've got so many options with this thing. What else can I say about it? This is where I usually have my gain, which is a really good sign because it's not cranked right up. You know, you're not really using this much. The gain, which is the sign of a good preamp and a good mic. Of course, the Sennheiser 416, which is pretty much a permanent resident in my studio because I love him. And this is a new addition which I love as well, called the mic mute. So if I ever need to do a cough or anything in the session, you press that and it's muted the mic over there. Back again. So yeah, really useful for those live sessions where you've got something in your throat and you want to cough but you don't want to blow everyone's monitors up in the other session. So you just hit this little button and it mutes your mic, and after just go and then back off again. Yeah, I think that is a really good addition to the studio. I'm also trying at the moment to incorporate this Komplete Audio 6 interface, which is a really great interface. That's my portable mobile one. But recently I've needed 2 interfaces because when I'm trying to do demos over Zoom and help people, I need one sound card to run the sound coming out of Audition, and then this sound card to run the Zoom session, and then have the audio output from that. Mix a bit of my mic with it because you can direct monitor. This isn't just direct monitor or not. You can switch between computer monitoring and direct monitoring. So that means I can feed into my headphones half my voice and half what's coming from the computer, which if you take it out of the headphones, you can basically do a mix that goes into here and becomes the supply of audio to Zoom or whatever you're doing. So when I do these web videos, for example, and I want to play audio through from Audition with my voice on top, I have to do a headphone mix, send the headphone mix to this, and that is the interface that then sends it to the program that's doing it. So I think that's about it. A little bit more to set up in the studio, but I'm happy with how it's going so far. I also installed this super USB hub, which has got 13 outputs, and I transferred in this 500 gig. Can you believe that half a terabyte of data fits on this drive? And it was like $100, and it's a solid state drive, USB 3.1. The transfer speed on that is ridiculous. It was doing about half a gig a second. So for my entire music library, which I think was about 30 gigabytes, was about a minute 10. Just ridiculous speeds. And that's going through an extension cord that goes right back around to this side of the computer here. Anyway, I'm loving it. I will give you updates on this channel. Anything I encounter, any workarounds that I come across that make things even easier. But for now, I will let you get back to whatever you were doing. Thanks for tuning into VO Life. Do remember to subscribe. Tell your friends, post it wherever you like, if you know voiceover people who would like to learn a bit more about the technical side of things. Cheerio, bye for now.